some action. This is action. This is good. He's got a real talent. This guy's a real talent. Crazy. There's such thing as sound therapy, sound healing. That's what it is. Okay, happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday. The Chaim. Michael's a big staple of this year, and he brings so much beauty to this year, and I want to celebrate you tonight. And a refuah shlema to Gila Bas Leah, who's recovering in the hospital from a fall, and whoever else anyone wants to dedicate this year to. And of course, which tonight a lot of what we're talking about is about hostages. That's what we're talking about tonight. That's one of the themes of tonight. And how the theme of tonight of the idea of being a hostage is that our soul is hostage to our body in a certain sense, because we're not actualized in a way that we're living from a place of Mashiach consciousness, so our soul needs to be redeemed. And that pasuk is coming up in next week's Haftarah and Shabbos Chazayin, so we're going to do a two-part series. It'll be this week and next week. It's quite deep this week. It's very, very deep. But before we say that, L'chaim, that we should hear good news about the hostages, that in the honor of what we're learning, to the idea of redemption, the idea of a part of us that's needs to be released from prison, the shackles of our existence, that in the merit of art learning, that we should hear good news for the hostages, and we should keep on hearing good news for that no Jew should have to die anymore, and that no Jew should have to suffer. We are the chosen people, and we have a strong message, and it needs to be heard. So l'chaim u'levracha, that we should hear good news. L'chaim. So, just before we get started, because we've done this before, I think it's important, but part of the shir is, or this experience is that you experience what we're talking about. So in order to experience what we're talking about, I want you to close your eyes. Sometimes I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. It's okay. I know it's your first time, but close your eyes anyways. Take a deep breath, and I want you to imagine yourself as a hostage, that you had these crazy men that came into your home, and they've been planning this for a long time, and then you were taken. And it's been 300 days. 300 days, almost a full year of your life. Imagine a full year of your life. You had to be underground, moved, treated with whatever, and like you're on a mission here. And imagine that today Right now, you're not a hostage. I mean, you don't have to imagine it. You're not a hostage, and you're sitting at a table. But what if we bring that energy into tonight? Well, maybe life starts getting a little bit more meaningful, a little bit more serious about what we're doing this for. We're bringing a certain consciousness into tonight, and it needs to be real. In order for it to be real, we need to be able to meditate on things, to breathe into things, to experience them. You know, oftentimes we hear things, a nice concept in the mind. When has anybody ever changed because of a good vart? People change because they feel something. People change because something inside of them wakes up that says, this needs to move, this needs to shift. Nobody ever changed anything in their mind. So l'chaim, to a part of us, if we could release a part of ourselves, then maybe vibrationally out to the world, the hostages are released. Chaim. This is a mimer that was given over by Lubavitcher Rebbe. And like I said, there's a pasuk, there's a verse that's said in the Haftarah. It's in Sefer Yeshaya, and it says, Tziyam b'mishpat tipada v'shaveh b'tzedakah. Zion, through justice, will be redeemed and come out of captivity through tzedakah. Okay, that's the basic premise of what we're discussing tonight. And the Rebbe starts off with first tracing the source of where was this really discussed, and he says that the Alter Rebbe discussed this in his mimer, which continued, the mimer continued, and it said, in order to understand this concept, we're going to connect it to another pasuk, which says, V'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavcha hayom. And these are the things that God had commanded you today. And the way it's written, it says it's about today, is that every single day, when it says, I have commanded you today, it's referring that every single day, I should be able to tap into, like today was the first day. So I know we talked about the idea of relations with a woman earlier just now. And imagine that you could experience relations with a woman, but like it was the first time, like it was new. Like it was the first experience, like you're all excited for it, you're giddy about it, you know it's coming, but it's like you're really excited for that thing. So to have a sense of newness that God is commanding us, the Torah today, is what he says, is why it says Hayom. We have to have a sense of newness in the mitzvahs. And in order to get to that, he says you have to be able to meditate on the pasuk itself, which says, I've commanded you today. That the worlds, all of the worlds, because we're not talking about just this world, there's higher vibrational worlds, comes from, all of the worlds created comes from God's midah of what's called malchus. It's just one piece of an idea of godliness, and it's called only a glimmer, only a ray of what God actually is, so to speak. So God created all the worlds with such a small little gift that he showed us, like this little glimmer of a revelation, and that only came from like the lowest, so to speak, part of him. And when we do mitzvahs, when a person does mitzvahs in general, what you tap into, remember the whole world is created from Midas HaMalchus, which is just God's speech. He said one word and the whole world was created. The mitzvahs that we do tap into, we have access to God's full essence when we do a mitzvah. It's called atzmus. It's called you get him. Okay? And this is what it means when it says, Dezeu asher anochi mitzav chayim, that anochi is commanding you. What's anochi? Anochi misha anochi. I am who I am. What's the level of I am who I am? With God is no limits. There's that formless energy. It's something that, it's not definable. It's like when you turn to a person, you say you, without the name, you're just saying you. You're talking directly at the person. That's what you're getting. You're getting you. You're getting the level of, I'm getting the real essence of God. And that's why it says, Anochi mitzav chayim. It doesn't say a different name of God. Anochi means I. Who am I? Like this, who am I? Anochi, Misha Anochi. Who am I? That it's the undefinable God. It's just Him. It just is. If you don't know what I'm talking about yet, that's okay. We're gonna catch you up. But the idea is like this. We do it today, and tomorrow we're going to receive a bracha. A lot of Judaism, pre-Baal Shem Tov days, was about doing mitzvahs for Olam Haba. Like, I'm going to go to a higher place. I'm going to get a piece of that experience of like front row seats to the show. Because what's Gan Eden, or Olam Haba? Gan Eden is a concept of I'm sitting in a place and I'm just experiencing godliness. And the more mitzvahs we do, the higher level of revelations we have in Gan Eden. There's many different levels of Gan Eden you can experience, but you're experiencing the ultimate pleasure of being next to God. And that's pre-Baal Shem Tov days. That's how Jews lived their lives. It was about, I'm going to do the mitzvahs today, in order to receive the schar of Olam Haba. And the idea of post-Baal Shem Tov days, or during Baal Shem Tov days and on, is we tapped into something new, which is, that's not the goalpost, because even that, Gan Eden, is a limited form of God. It's a limited form of experiencing God. It comes in only a revelation of God, but you don't get the full thing. When we're in this world, what the Baal Shem Tov explained to us, and what the Rebbe is explaining to us now, is that we get God's essence. We get Him, which is higher than the level of Gan Eden. Right? You hear what I'm saying to you so far? It's making sense? And when we contemplate on this idea that Anochi mitzav chayim, that God is commanding us today, that through doing the mitzvahs, we're getting Him. And it's happening right now in this moment that I get Him, because imagine you want to have a meeting with the most important person in the world. And all you have to do is lock into a certain portal of existence. So you go through this portal and you get to meet that really important person. You're meeting the most important person in the world, so to speak, when we do a mitzvah. And you get full access to that person. But it's not a person, it's God. And that's what we get now. And we get full access to Him. Full access means we're not coming in different forms. We're not coming in just a revelation of Him. We get the full experience. That's what happens when we do a mitzvah. Because Anochi is Anochi Misha Anochi. It doesn't come in a revelation. You really just get Him. And Hayom means right now. It means in the present moment, in the present day. The present experience is that when I'm doing a mitzvah, I get Him. So how do I get to a level of seeing it new? That it could be new in my eyes, that I can re-experience that first time experience. You know, for a bar mitzvah boy, for the kids that are trained to do this, and they do this like really well, is the parents that do it really well. The bar mitzvah kid feels like a certain level of joy when he does tefillin for the first time. It's like wow, it's like I feel like a man. This is my inauguration. It's supposed to be a meaningful experience. Now, 20 years later, the guy's putting on tefillin and he doesn't, he's not feeling nothing. Maybe he says the Shema or whatever, he puts it on. He's not even fully like in the zone. He's just like doing it to be Yotze Zayin. Or even have the guy that goes to shul every day. And he's just, kicking away, doing his thing. It's not new. It's not a new experience. I don't feel the newness. It feels old. I did it yesterday. I was doing Mivtzayim. And you hear this a lot when I do Mivtzayim, when I go out and put on tefillin with people. Say, yeah, I already did it yesterday. And it's true, from a standpoint of I'm working towards something, working towards a goal in life. I'm working towards a goal. What's wrong with working towards a goal? I want Gan Eden. I want more Gan Eden. I want a higher level of Gan Eden. Eventually I'm going to Gan Eden, so let me go for that experience. But then my relationship to the mitzvah is not about the present moment. It's about the future. It's not about what's going on now. And when do you feel that? When you're a bar mitzvah? Or when do you feel it? The first time you had sex? Or the first time you did this thing that felt like really unique, and then I need to do another unique thing and another unique thing. And what ends up happening is my energy towards life and newness needs to be something that I've never done before. You know, when a child holds a cup, let's say, a child's holding a cup and it's like laughing and giggling. We pick up a cup, we don't even realize what's in front of us. We have no idea what's going down over here. But when we were a kid, we felt like the curiosity and the presence to what's happening in front of me. This is a cup. I'm holding a cup. In my cup is this thing. Let's go, boys. All the way. All in. Come on. Don't be shy. L'chaim. Nachman. Okay, we're gonna do a slight meditation. So everybody close your eyes. Pick your favorite mitzvah. Go, pick your favorite mitzvah. Why not? Pick a mitzvah. Feel the mitzvah that you're connected to. And close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that, you can't hear me? Close your eyes, and I want you to imagine your favorite mitzvah, and imagine it's the first time you're ever doing it. I know some of you it's Friday night, I get it.
That was my first thought.
So imagine the mitzvah, imagine this is your first time, imagine you're experiencing the first time. And you know what, if you don't want to do it for a mitzvah, do it for something in your life. Imagine the first time, how special the first time was. Remember that time that we did that thing? It was the first time. And breathe in through your mouth and feel what you feel as you're doing something for the first time and it's exciting. And now I want you to double breathe through your nose, so really relax into your body. And imagine that you can access that every single time you do a mitzvah. As you can realize that you've just created a portal between you and God. That every time you do a mitzvah, it's Anochi mitzavcha hayom. That the level of God's essence is meeting you right now. Not yesterday, not by Har Sinai. Every single time. If all I have to do is do that meditation and breathe into that, then all I really have to do is now, welcome. Things can very much be that it can be new. Things can be new. Like, remember when you used to love your wife? Or remember when you used to love your friend and used to be great friends? Or whatever it is that you loved. Remember those times? And then my interest went in a different direction. Well, when it comes to our relationship with God, our relationship went to a place where the simcha and the bitterness that we get out of life, the simcha and the bitterness that we get out of life is from things of this world, from olam hazeh, from the physical world. Yeah, I'm getting so much geschmack. Oh, I just smoked a doob and I'm like flying. I'm feeling amazing. Or I just won a sports bet. Or I just picked up a hot girl. Or maybe I even just, feel good about myself because I gave over a good speech. Or my son told me I'm the best dad. Whenever I'm getting my stuff from, wherever I'm getting my enjoyment and my bitterness from, if it's from things of this world, I'm not connecting to who I really am. I'm really not. And who I really am, you ready for it? Is Anochi. That's who I really am. Chaim. And what Anochi means is it's a level of God that exists in ourselves, exists inside of ourselves. And that level is Anochi Misha Anochi. What does that mean? What does it mean, Anochi Misha Anochi? I am who I am. What does it mean, I am who I am? It means I can be anything. I can go into any situation. I can feel godly when I'm playing Lego with my son. I can feel godly when I'm doing a person a favor. I can feel godly when a guy tells me off. And where I get access to that, where I get my portal of connection to that experience is when I do the mitzvahs. Why? Simply because he told us, this is the way it is. This is the portal to connection. And some people think, hitting a spiritual vibration of life is where it's at. So they're going to do ayahuasca, or they're going to do mushrooms, or they're going to do weed, or they're going to say l'chaim, and then I'm going to get to this spiritual place. So I'm going to tell you something. Tonight we're going to learn about what the real function of spirituality is. Chaim.
How come some mitzvahs are harder to do than like others? Like, isn't it God should be like free access to us?
Yeah. So that's the idea, is like some mitzvahs are going to be harder because that's the challenge of the mitzvahs. We don't know which ones we're supposed to do and which ones we're not supposed to do, but we know we're supposed to treat them with that same meditation. Each mitzvah needs that same meditation. It needs to know that it's like when your wife tells you, this is how you get me. You help me make a decision about what to eat for dinner tonight. And in that moment, you can get your wife because you're connecting to her. And it's such a simple, seems like a meaningless thing. I just want to focus on like going for a walk together or having a good time together or going on vacation together. But that meaningless thing can be as important as the vacation. So every mitzvah, and my challenge with the mitzvah that I don't feel is my challenge with the mitzvah. What my soul connects to more or not, or all that kind of things. It could be that the soul came from a previous Gilgul, and it had a challenge with that mitzvah, like whatever it was, and you're just replaying that message. But all mitzvahs are the same. There's no difference. There's no more important mitzvah than the next, and you didn't get the point of the mitzvah. Oh, there's the big mitzvahs. Yeah, like don't eat on Yom Kippur. Shkoyach. What about the one that says respect your parents? And that's a big mitzvah for some people. The bigger the mitzvah, the more the mitzvah feels like it's a mitzvah, you're diving in more to what it's there for. Because you're not doing it because you feel like it. You're doing it because that's what you sent into this world for. Here, you signed up for a mission. And this is part of the mission. Each mitzvah is part of the mission. The Rebbe says now, so what if I just look at Gan Eden as the goalpost? Like, who cares? Meaning to say, like, when I'm doing something and I have a goal, like, If I do X, Y, Z, I'm going to make $1 million. Okay, so what's the big deal? To have a goal, I want to make $1 million. What's wrong with that? Or what if I have a goal that I'm for Yiddishkeit? If the more mitzvahs I do, I'm going to get Gan Eden. What's the big deal? What's the downside of living? We can still get excitement from it, meaning I can still feel the excitement from it. I might not feel that it's a new mitzvah, like I'm doing it for the first time, but I still have an excitement because I'm focused on a certain goal. So what's wrong with that? So he's even challenging what he said before, where he said that I need to bring in this level of meditation, that it's happening now, and the portal to God is right here, right now, the essence in this moment, and it's a much higher revelation than Gan Eden. But what's the big deal with that? So what? So not everyone's going to experience mitzvahs as we're doing them right here, right now. What's the problem with that? What about imagining if you marry your wife? Sorry guys if you're not married yet, but I don't really care. This is what I want to focus on right now. Marry your wife and you have these plans of, I'm going to build a family and I'm going to do all these things. And in 20 years, those dreams of what I think life's going to look like, it's going to be amazing. What happens to all those 20 years? And maybe that doesn't happen, but what happens in all those 20 years? What's the compromise of living my life for the goal? Anybody know what the compromise is?
It doesn't happen. Quite depressing.
Okay, but what if it does happen? We're leading in that direction. That's what we're doing. We're just going for the...
You're never there.
You're never there. You're never there. You're never present. Because when I'm always focused on what will be, then guess where I am? I'm not here. I'm focused on what will be. Now what's wrong with focusing on what will be? We're here for a mission. We're here to go and do what we got to do to get Gan Eden in this whole experience. Wrong. What Hasidus brings to the world, what it teaches us here, the Rebbe is telling us here, is a meditation here. You get more of God in the moment than you do in Olam Haba. And even Tchias Amesim, which is a higher, like crazier than Gan Eden, he says here. Crazy, much crazier than Gan Eden. It's going to be literally people rising from the dead. That level of revelation and experience that we're going to have is way beyond Gan Eden. To see people come back from the dead and godliness in the world and people walking around, part of the process. It's like God is one and the bodies are here. Right here, right now, what we get in this world before all of that is God, the essence. It's much greater than that. It is it. What's it called? It's called presence. It's called presence. What does presence mean? For those that don't understand. So there's part of the experience, there's two worlds that exist. There's a world called Olam Hazeh, right? And in this world, the way we experience the world, how we experience the world, is we look at the world as what we see is what we get. That's how we experience the world. It's a limited experience. That light that exists in the world is called Mamala Kol Almin. What you see is what you get. There's different parts. There's, this stuff feels very real. I taste it. It's geschmack. And that's a level that exists within the world. Now, above that level of the world is called Soivav Kol Almin. And that's called spirituality. Spirituality is formless energy. It can't be contained within something. It's formless because by definition, spirituality is infinite. If spirituality is infinite, it can't be contained. It can't be wrapped around. It's called Ein Sof. So those two worlds, the limited world which has an end, meaning there's a beginning to an end to life, there's a beginning and an end to this cup. Things have a beginning and they have an end. And there's a level that's above this world where you transcend time and space. And what do you get? you get spirituality. Now those two energies, those two parts of God, Mamala Kalam and Silvi Kalam, they shouldn't be able to interact because they're complete opposites. So how is it that those two energies can come and interact with each other? I need some more l'chaim for this, because we're going deeper.
You're going to be interacting energies.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're with me. You're with me. Yeah, that's me. Anochi. Okay, let's, you know what? We're going to sing a niggin. No, we're not doing a break right now. Okay, so this niggin is called... Shh, Johnny, there's no commentary. This niggin is called niggin yashan. It's called an old song. Now, what's interesting with a song is, a song, you hear a speech 100 times, and you want to kill yourself. You hear a song 100 times, and each time you get that same feeling if you love the song. So it's called niggin yashan, but it's an oldie, but it always takes you there, because a niggin takes you to places. So, yeah, L'chaim. So we're gonna take a break in a second because I know everyone's itching for a break. I know how you guys think. I'm with you. Feeling the energy. Yeah, he's right. You're right. Sorry. Thank you. So, in order to experience things as new, we have to go to a place in our experiences that's above time and space. Because what does time say? Time says, 15 years ago I felt that, but today I don't. In order to get to a place where I can experience a newness in relationship, I have to transcend time and space. That's called spirituality. Spirituality means I can go to a place where this is the first moment, because I'm not stuck. By the way, if you go on your phone, I'm going to call you out on it, because I talked about this before. There's no phones. We're transcending the cell phone, the jail cell phone that we put ourselves in, because we don't know how to be here. We don't know how to be present. I'm not singling you out. I'm singling myself out, because sometimes I do that, where I'm talking to my kid and I just whip out my phone. Like, what am I doing with my life? What the heck am I doing with my life? So spirituality says this is the first moment. This is it. There's no this is 15th, 100th, whatever. I'm transcending time and space. That means there's no changes. I'm being in a spiritual moment, a connected moment, an infinite moment. When I transcend time and space, I get spirituality. So we want that our experience should go into a spiritual experience. However, we live in a physical world. So how in the physical world do I get to a spiritual experience? And that's what we're going to discuss after the break. L'chaim. So as we spoke about very quickly before we started, is our soul is being held hostage. As the pasuk says, "Tzion b'mishpat tipada v'shavea b'tzedakah." You will redeem your soul from its captivity through justice, through tzedakah. And we said, and the way to do this is to go into a meditation in life. What's the meditation in life? Asher anochi mitzavcha hayom. That God is commanding you today. What's anochi? Anochi is the level that exists above name. I am who I am. I can be in this moment. It's called presence. Hayom means that God's commanding us today, means that I have access in this moment right now to experience God in His essence by each mitzvah I do. And that moment happens right now, every single day. Because we have a mitzvah that we have to be able to see God new all the time. It says, Beinecha kechadashim. We're supposed to be able to see God new. What does it mean to see God new? It's not a concept. Beinecha kechadashim means I have to go to a place that goes above time and space. Because time says, I put on my first tefillin at 13, and that was the birth of my relationship with tefillin, and for those who had a good preparation to it, they felt good about that moment. But what about 20 years later, 30 years later, 40 years later? How do you feel about tefillin? Beinecha kechadashim. It should be new. How does it be new? The only way it can be new is if I go to a place of above time and space. Because above time and space means there's no limits to the experience. There's no, I feel like this is old, because old means I'm within time. Old means that I've done this before. Old means this isn't the first time, but when I transcend my experience of life and I go to a spiritual place, sometimes we feel, I had such a great davening. I had such a great experience of a mitzvah. That means I went to a spiritual place. I'm experiencing spirituality. How did you even get here through that door? What on earth? What on earth?
What's up, bro?
That's amazing.
That's so funny.
L'chaim.
How you doing, buddy?
It's on video?
Yes, it is. And it's okay, because it's not going anywhere. And if it does, let's go all the way. Because we're not afraid.
Time and space. It's like that
We're
door.
going above time and space. So the idea of going above time and space means that I can do a mitzvah today that feels like it's the first time. How can I do it the first time? I have to go to a spiritual place. The problem is like this. When I go to a spiritual place, generally speaking, I don't want to be limited by the body. I don't want to be limited by experience. I literally want to, people say I had an outer body experience. What does it mean I had an outer body experience? It means I literally felt like, which we were breathing last week, I'm breathing with Nachman for 45 minutes or however long, I don't even know, because I was above time and space. I came back, I literally had no idea where I was. I woke up, and I was in Nachman's basement. Like, how did I get here? So we want to be able to transcend time and space, because when we can transcend time and space, what ends up happening is the mitzvahs go to a place of this feels like it's the first time, because it's the only time that exists. But for a lot of people, what happens when they go to spiritual places is they need to break all boundaries of limits. They need to experience it in an outer body experience. They can't do it in the body. It's not possible to do it in the body. So they take ayahuasca, and they're like they're not in their body. They're literally flying into the seventh. I saw God, I did this, I did that.
Excuse me, I would like to share 1 minute.
Yes, let's go. But I'm putting on a timer for 1 minute.
8th of July, I drive to New York to Rebbe Bochum. And I had experience, I can find word what mean when it was line, maybe 300 meters just to come. And after
Forgive me, Thomas.
they not let you be, just you go around and you go out.
Yeah, quick.
Quick. But spiritually feeling, it's so much, I can even find word to tell you what I feel.
Beautiful.
It's something that can't be put in words. It's something we can only experience. That's
Good.
the beauty of it.
Good gesagt. Very good. So a lot of times when, let's put into perspective, when we're in an emotion, because emotions are referred to as Ein Sof. When we talk about the world of the unlimited space, we talk about emotions, right? Emotions sometimes, and what's the proof of that? Emotions sometimes feel like it's never ending. Like when we're in pain, it feels like it's never going to end. Or when we're in a joyful moment where we're experiencing something, we lose track of time. What do you mean you lost track of time? How do you lose track of time? Because you're not here. You're in a spiritual place. And there's a story of the Arizal where he went to sleep and he woke up, and the Arizal didn't live many years, but he told his students he had a dream, but it would take him 80 years to explain the dream. And so when we go to a spiritual place, we literally transcend time and space. And there is a downside to that, because we can't live from a spiritual place all the time. We can't transcend time and space. You need to daven shachris, mincha, maariv. You need to have a life that's structured, that has order, that has limits, right? You can't just go out and just go like this all day and then money's just going to come to you. There's a physical world. What are you talking about over here? So generally, spirituality exists. When we experience spiritual moments, it exists, but there's no connection with this world. There's no connection with time and space. And so when we're having a spiritual experience, the issue with a spiritual experience is it doesn't allow us to physically be here. Well, we're physically here, but emotionally be here. It doesn't allow us to be here, right now. And it becomes a contradiction. When a person's in an emotional state, you can't make sense of things, right? This world is making sense of things. What you see is what you get. It's all about perception. It's oilam hazeh, right in front of you. Hoff, can you tell them to be quiet, please? Just to go outside, it's fine. And so emotions are a spiritual place. They're called Ein Sof because it feels like they're never ending. And then the physical world is like living in your mind. Because again, it's about perception. It's what you see is what you get. You take water, you pour it into a red glass, and you look at the glass and you see it's red water. Of course you're going to see. Why would you not see it's red water? Because the lens in which you're looking at the experience is it's red water. So it makes sense. The lens in which we see the world is through our mind. Circumstance through our mind equals our experience. That's what we're doing. We're always seeing the world from our mind. So this world is limited to the mind. Now when we look at the mind and the heart, they don't come together because the mind is, I need to make sense of this, and the emotion is, it literally doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. An emotion doesn't make sense. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. How often do we say, I don't know why I'm feeling this way? I'm feeling sad right now. I'm crying. I don't know why I'm feeling that way. Sometimes we get like that connection. But by Matan Torah, God said that I'm going to fuse the world. I'm going to fuse the world, the physical and the spiritual. So normally, those two things can't meet. They cannot meet each other. The physical says we're within a limited confine, and I need to be able to grasp this. I need to be able to understand this. I need to be able to comprehend this. I need to be able to make sense of this. And an emotion says, I'm like going crazy over here. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm joyful. I'm this. I'm that. It's beyond. It's beyond logic. It's beyond what can be grasped. It feels like it's never going to end. It's so intense. Emotions are so intense. Sometimes they're Ein Sof. It literally describes it in Chassidus as Ein Sof. It never ends. It's infinite. So how do those two worlds meet? How do we bridge the two worlds? Well, God said on Matan Torah, He said, I'm going to bridge the two worlds. The physical is going to be penetrated with spirituality. How do we do that? How do we go to that place? It's like it doesn't make sense. It can't exist. They're opposites. Spirituality means no limits. Physicality means limits. How do those two worlds bind? Sorry, I didn't do that with my hands, but it seemed like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, system.
So the world before Baal Shem Tov said, go to a place of Gan Eden that eventually will really get this spiritual experience, which is Gan Eden, which is experiencing God in above body, above time and space. Comes Baal Shem Tov and says, no, you can do it in this world. You could really tap into this. How do you tap into this? So, what I believe that we're being told over here is there's a part of God, there's a representation of God, I should say representation, that comes in the form of unlimited. Then there's a part of God that comes in the form as limited. There's Elohim, which is the world, its parts, its divisiveness, its many different things. So some people think, I'm going to live in a spiritual place, so they meditate for 5 hours a day. And they think that's what we were created for. And that's fine. We could do that. We could totally do that. But you're missing a whole dimension of life. You're missing a whole dimension of life. What's the dimension of life? You're missing the physical world, because spirituality, according to what the world tells you, can only exist above time and space. I'm going to tell you something very crazy right now. If you're after spirituality, you're limiting yourself. I'm going to tell you why right now. This is a frickin' download, should beyond. But you have to stay with me the whole time. And I'm going to do my best, please God, that I should be able to give this over, that everyone should let this penetrate. It's a beautiful concept. It's deep stuff. I'm going to tell you like this. Here we go.
Let's go.
When I'm in a spiritual place, it's called Ein Sof. It's called there's no limits. It's called above time and space. It's called crazy massive revelations. It's called Gan Eden. Some people would call it Gan Eden. Why? Because Gan Eden is what happens in Gan Eden. There's an angel, and the angel's serving God, and he has no choice. He's literally going at this whole experience of God, and he just wants more. He's dying for more. When we go to Gan Eden, we're going to be dying for more, literally dying for more, dying for more, dying. I want more, I want more, I want more. When we're in this world, we don't feel that way. What do we feel? We feel a certain callousness. We question, does God exist? We question it. There's atheism that exists in the world. We question God. What kind of existence is that? Who would want to be in this type of existence? Who would want to go into a physical world when I can be in a spiritual place? The physical world represents a different dimension of God. It's called Ein Loi Tchila. Ein Tchila. What does Ein Tchila mean? There's no beginning. Let me ask you a question. What's a higher form of existence? What's connected more to the source, so to speak? Ein Sof or Ein Tchila? There's no end or there's no beginning? You tell me. I want to hear it. I want to hear what you're saying over here.
Ask it again.
There's no beginning or there's no end?
You want us to pick up beginning or end?
So what's a higher form of experience of revelation of godliness? No beginning or no end?
I think no beginning.
No beginning. Why? Because no end means there was a beginning. That means it's a certain limit to the no end. No beginning. What does no beginning mean in this world? It means that I can look at myself and say, I don't know where I came from. I'm a self-independent existence. The world that we live in today says it has such a strong ego that says it's all me. There's no him. There's no God. I'm a self-independent existence. I can be an atheist. I can deny God. I can go against mitzvahs. I can go against everything that God commanded me to be here. I can do that. That's the world we live in. Why is that so powerful? Because what we have energy to tap into in this world is Ein Tchila. There's no beginning. The level of revelation of godliness in this world is not Ein Sof, it's Ein Tchila. It's much higher. Because that's the form in which God takes on, where we can literally sit and say, I'm an atheist, and you can have a choice between whether you believe in God or not. It's the highest form of revelation that could possibly exist. Yeah, so if you took that in, you took it in. If you didn't, guys, you got to dig deeper. There's a world that says you have a choice whether God exists or not. Does an angel have a choice whether God exists or not? No, he doesn't have a choice. He's literally, I'm given over, and we're sitting here trying to go for Gan Eden. Why are we trying to go for Gan Eden? Because we want to be at the level of an angel where we can experience God's revelation. You get the whole thing here. You get the whole damn thing. You get God in his essence. Ein oid milvade, a self-independent existence exists inside of me right now. That's what's happening. Ein Tchila is the revelation that we experience, that we have the possibility to experience in this world. And that's the idea of Anochi mitzavcha hayom, which means right now, right here, you get him. Because you can only get him in a world where I cannot know him. Where I can feel like he's not there. I'm going to tell you how we go deeper. This is how I'm going to relate to your personal life.
There we go.
You come into your house. Before you come into that damn house. Before you come into your house, you go to a place inside of you that can connect the spiritual and the physical together. What's that place? It's called presence. It's called consciousness. It's being aware of what fuels each moment. There is a moment. My wife's going to yell at me, or she's going to do this to me, or she's going to do that to me, or she's going to tell me to take out the garbage, or she's going to go crazy at me, and I just drop into a place of presence. Anochi, I am who I am. I'm being who I need to be right now because I'm present to the process of what's happening in front of me, and I'm finding God in every moment, that even though it seems so damn limited, I can connect spirituality to this because presence says I can be more than both of them. Because the truth of God is, here's the truth of God. You want to know the truth of God? The truth of God is he's not found in the limited or the unlimited. He's above both of those because he created both of those. And within us, we have that power to fuse the two because we come from above both those. Therefore, we can mend and bend the rules by being present to whatever is happening in front of us. So when I come into my house and my wife yells at me, you fucking take a deep breath and you just be exactly what you need to be in that moment, which is there for the process. Don't get lost in the sauce of how she's talking to you. Go to a deeper place and say, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. This is exactly where God wants me to be. Because that's who I am. Whatever I need to be in that moment. And it doesn't mean being a shmata. It means being dignified as I can go to the lowest places of my wife telling me to take out the trash and do it with dignity. And my wife yelling at me and I can do it with dignity because I know who I am. Who am I? Everything that I choose to be. That's who I am. So spirituality is not limited to those high places where I feel good about life. Spirituality happens in each moment. Chaim. What?
You say a lot of words, but I'm not sure that it helps Shalom Bayis.
Yeah. It definitely helps Shalom Bayis. Because when I usually go to a place of doing what my wife wants, it's because I'm a shmata, because I'm trying to people please her and I don't know who I am. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being a loser. I'm talking about being a man. I'm talking about being who you're supposed to be. I'm talking about being a godly presence. It says there's nothing that I can stoop down to that takes away my dignity. I can go to the lowest places. I can go all the way to the physical things of lying down with my kid and saying gaga guga and playing the Lego and playing basketball with my son. Whatever it is, wherever it is that I need to be, spirituality is not found in the ideal place. Otherwise, it's not spirituality. It's not real spirituality. Spirituality is found in every moment. That's the truth of a yid. A goy does it differently. A goy goes to Buddhism that says disconnect from the physical world and be in a spiritual place. That's not what we're here for. That's not why we came down here. We came down here to meet a level that a goy cannot meet, which is called ein tchila. There's no beginning. I can see that God doesn't exist. How is that? How insane is that? They can literally believe that God doesn't exist. How insane is that concept? And it really means that the relationship is fully on us, which means it's the most authentic relationship possible. He literally gave us the keys to creation. He said, here you go. Here you damn go. You want it? Take it. And all you have to do is be present. But we're not present. What happens when your wife yells at you? What do? You check out or you go back at her 10 times the speed. That's what you do. That's what we all do. So in that moment, I said spirituality and physicality, they can't coexist. I said there's no God in this moment. I can't bring the infinite of who I am to handle this moment in this moment because I'm really stuck in the gashmius of this moment. I'm really stuck in the limited stuckness of this moment that I have to get triggered and I have to yell at my wife and I have to shut down and I can't be there for her. I'm identifying with this physical world and only with this physical world. If I can be present and let myself feel that, yeah, I might be getting triggered. My wife might be yelling at me. I might be feeling angry. And you just breathe into it and you let yourself feel angry. And you say, I got this. Anochi misha anochi, I am who I am. I can take this. And every time you choose not to take that moment as a moment of being present, as a moment of knowing who you are, you deny God. You deny who you are. So the gullus where we've been hostage is in knowing our own greatness. That even when hostages are literally under tunnels, it's not going to faze us. We're not going to get broken and weak because of this. We're going all the way. All the way. We're going to go and we're showing you. Because we go all the way for everyone. We don't give up on anyone. That's the power of the Jew. The power of the Jew says, I can go all the way for myself. In every experience, I can be going into the depths of creation. You can't take away from who I am. And what happened October 7th? It's very simple. We rose to the top. And the world saw it. And they keep on trying to knock us down. And we keep on rising to the top. And we're going to keep on doing it. And whoever's listening out there, you can't break us. because we're higher than both of it. We're higher than the physical and we're higher than the spiritual. We're Anochi. That's who we are. Chaim. No, there's no clapping. Don't clap. Please don't clap. It totally takes away from it. So now we took in a lot, so I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And let's do like 5 minutes of breathing. And you know what? Don't diffuse this moment. Don't go away. Don't go on your phones. Just come. Breathe this in. Because it's nice to hear a good concept in your mind. But what about taking it in your heart? Because that's where it belongs. The who I am belongs in my heart. I need to feel that. Because if I can feel that in my heart, I can make the changes that I need to make. Come on, breathe. Open your mouth and breathe. We're doing 5 minutes of breathing together. Yeah, you weren't expecting it? Too bad. You feel uncomfortable? Too bad. Let's go. Come on, Anochi Mishanochi. Who are you ready to be? Who are you ready to show up as? Meet your limits with dignity. Meet your limits with presence. Meet your limits with the unlimited power of who you are. And God gave you that gift. He gives us all that gift. Every single moment we have that opportunity. Yeah, someone's triggering you. Take a deep breath. You don't like the way your wife is talking to you? Take a deep breath. Your kid is misbehaving? That's what a kid does. Take a deep damn breath. Shut up for a second. And meet the dignity of who you are. You can handle it all. You have got this. I guarantee you, you got this. Your wife's just being your wife, and your kid's just being your kid, and those people that are pricks are just being themselves. You got this. Your bank account's empty. You got this. You feeling stressed about life? You got this. Let's go. Come on. Take a deep breath. Who are you? Who are you? Where do you operate your life from? This is not just a message. This is the reality of your existence. Tap in right now. Breathe. Vayipach ba'afav nishmas chaim. Chaim, life. He gives it to you. Keep on going. How much you can breathe is how much you love yourself. You're breathing your own breath. You're taking in the message of your life. Come on, double breath through the nose and let it go. Today is the day I am born again. Some people it's your actual birthday. Some people you can give birth to yourself right now. Who are you? Keep on breathing. You're gonna start to feel tingling if you really get into it. You start to feel the tingling. Every cell in your body is gonna start to wake up. There's a message here. Come on, open your mouth. Let's go. Let go. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. People are screaming. It's uncomfortable. Keep on going. Keep on breathing. I can handle everything. I can handle my wife screaming, my kids screaming, life screaming, me getting hit with reality, life being limited, people dying. Come on, breathe into it. You can handle it. You can
be here. You can be here. And even when your father and your mother and whoever else wasn't here, you can be here. Feel the uncomfort and breathe more. Yeah, some people are opening up bubblies. Don't open up the bubbly. Keep on breathing. Keep on breathing. Don't cut your breath short of water. Come on. Breath is life. Water's for fish. We're not dead yet. Let's go. Be who you are. Breathe in life. Yes, let's go. Maybe cry a little bit. Who cares? Just do it. Just be yourself. And you know what? I think what's common to us all, I'm just gonna hit it. I'm just gonna hit it. Because every boy in this room, every man in this room needs a father. That's the truth. The Father in heaven, Father inside of us, Father outside of us. Come on, we just need that. Our kids need fathers. And think about your father. Think about your father. If he was present for you, if your father was present for you, who would you be today? Breathe into that. And you know what? Feel what you feel around that. I don't know who that is, but it's amazing. Papa, Dad. Keep on breathing. Don't stop breathing. Stop looking around the room and just look inside.
It's not good enough to have to focus on hoping that one day I'm going to receive Gan Eden. It's not enough to say that one day I'm going to have a good marriage. One day I'm going to be a good father. That's where I'm in captivity. I'm a slave. I'm a slave. When my wife starts working on herself and she starts checking in and doing things, then I can feel good. When my kid is on the pill, whatever pill you put him on, whether it is listening to what you tell him to do or whether you actually put him on a pill. The time is right now. You can show up to this. You don't need things. You need you. You need the highest resource of who you are. And if you think about it, when I'm in my highest resourceful states, when I'm in my most emotional states, when I'm feeling that emotional experience, like for example, when someone insults you, like we said, feelings feel infinite. When someone insults you, you never forget it. It's like we can't let it down. Your kid told you something 2 seconds ago and you already forgot everything that he just told you. What happened over there? Why did you forget what your kid told you? Because it wasn't an emotional moment. An emotional moment is where the moment really gets stuck. It gets stuck. It's including all parts of me. It's the infinite fusing with the finite. And so what happens is when I'm not present, which is what requires me to be able to remember things, where all forgetfulness comes in life, is when I'm not present. So if your wife tells you something and you don't remember, it's because you're not present. You're not present to who you are. You're not present to what's happening in front of you. You're literally in a different world. And that's why you forget. You know, there's a famous thing, Rav Mendel Futafas, who was whatever you want to call him. I'm not even going to start labeling people. I'm just going to say he was a chassid of the Rebbe. And he used to say, people used to come into Yechidus, they used to experience Yechidus, and Yechidus was a private audience with the Rebbe. And after they would experience it, they would go and start writing it down. And he said, it's asur to write down a Yechidus. Why is it asur to write down a Yechidus? Because
Yichidus is something you can never lose. You go into the place of full embodied presence, which is the Rebbe. What he represents is full presence. And so you have no choice but to be fully present. So there's nothing to write down because you're never going to forget it. Because you can't forget something that you're fully present for. So when I'm present, I can't forget who I am. It's when I'm not present that I forget who I am. It's when I'm not present that I forget things, that I need to write it down. So life requires me to be present to whatever is happening in front of me. If I want to meet my greatness, that's what it is. So to come out of slavery, to really redeem the tzion, the greatness of who I am. The tzion is Zion. What's Zion? You know, we all want to go to Zion. Zion is Eretz Yisrael. It's I'm a Zionist. You know, we're all Zionistim, and we're Zionists. To get back to what's really important, what the Tzahal and Israel represents, Zion represents, is a place of peace inside of me. I want peace in the Middle East because I want peace inside of me. I want to be able to access Zion inside of me. Zion's not a physical place only. Zion's right here. It's peace. Peace within me by being present to who I am. All the parts of myself work and are full alignment. And when I'm at peace with myself, my son tells me something, I remember, sure damn well, I remember, because I'm present, because I'm okay with this moment. When I'm not okay with this moment, I actually tell him, stop bothering me, I'm doing something. And your son is talking to you. And God is talking to you. And maybe you can't hear it, because you're so damn busy, but he's saying the same words over and over again. Anochi mitzavcha hayom. Right now, right here, this moment, this breath. It's time to tap in. You want redemption? You want Mashiach? Mashiach is not what we're waiting for. Mashiach is each moment that you can redeem yourself and experience. In this moment, Anochi mitzavcha hayom. Anochi mitzavcha hayom. You get the essence of God right now. What are you waiting for, Mashiach? What are you waiting for? A better time? Waiting for a better time? What does it mean a better time? There's no better time than now. When's a better time to be present than now? So if you're feeling sad, and you're feeling angry, just tune in. Just feel it. Be present to it. Don't fight it. Don't fight somebody else. Just know that I'm feeling something. You know, I was speaking to Nachman outside just now. He was literally telling me some stuff. We were talking, and I literally got so triggered, and I just felt so sad. And I was just breathing into it. And I was feeling sad, and I was feeling sad. And it just was going deeper and deeper, and I sat down. I was breathing into it more, and I just allowed myself to feel sad. And now I feel okay, because I allowed myself to be in that moment. Do you give yourself permission to be sad sometimes? Like, isn't it okay to be sad? Isn't it okay that when we're feeling grief? I mean, there is a certain sadness. We're literally in gullus. We're not living the dream. We're not. No matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, no matter what we think we're going to do to make it feel like it's the dream, it's not the dream. The dream is not this. The dream is full-blown connection to God. And in order for me to take myself to that place, I need a dream. I need to go to a place inside myself that really, really believes that it's possible. Even though I haven't seen it, even though I haven't experienced it. It's called connecting to God Himself, saying He wants us to be here. Fine. You want me to be here? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Hineni. Anochi. All together. Everything's together. There's no separation. I can be here. Just breathe into that, and you just literally just keep on breathing into that. You keep on letting yourself breathe into that. I can be here. Yeah. Anyone have something smart to say? Because I've been talking for a long time.
Which sefer is
This is Toras Menachem, Sefer Mamar Melukot from the Rebbe,
it? From the last row?
the only Rebbe, Chaim. Are there any feelings we shouldn't breathe into? No, there are no feelings you shouldn't breathe into because you can handle it all. It's okay to feel shame, but it's not okay to live from a place of shame. It's okay to feel sadness, but it's not okay to live from a place of sadness. It's okay to feel guilt, but it's not okay to live from guilt. Bittul means, which is godliness, means I can be a part of anything. You know, you have a piece of milk that falls into a cholim pot. Why? How do we say that that's batul b'shishim? It's kosher, because it decides that it's going to change its existence and be a part of the greater whole. Sometimes I need to be a part of the greater whole. I need to let go. I need to stop controlling that I need to be so identifiable with a piece of meat or a piece of milk. Just let yourself go. Just like, oh, it's okay. I can be part of this too. Your son takes you on, like you think you're such a good father, you're an amazing person, you're well established, and then your son teaches you who you really are. Can you hold yourself together, or do you need to, get to be this angry person and go crazy and say, no, this moment can't happen. I need to shut you down. You need to stop feeling. You need to stop yelling. You need to stop tantruming. You need to be a certain way. Blah 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 blah. Shut up already. You know who you are. You're so much more than that. You're so powerful that you can take it. You can take your son. Don't demasculate the experience of who you are. You're crazy. Your mom is crazy. Your mom is crazy. You think you can't handle this? Who the hell do you think you are? Or do you think you're not? This is what you're here for. I want you all to say right now, just this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. And look at your life. Look at your life. Stop. No, see, let's go. Sit down. No. Let's go. What's the song? Tell me quick. This is what you're here for. Guys. Say this is what you're here for. This is what I'm here for. Say this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. Come on, look at your daughter, look at your son, look at your wife, look at life. Look at your parents. Look at the cards that you've been dealt. Look at your fat nose. Look at everything. Look at how fat your belly is. Look at your struggles. Look at your, whether you're single, you're divorced, you're this, you're that. Just look at your freaking life. Say, this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. It's Michael's damn birthday. This is what I'm here for. Come on, Michael. This is your birthday. And this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for.
For your birth, Michael. Yes, Michael, yes.
This is literally what you're here for.
My parents. Who's that guy? Who's the singer that sings that song?
Jeremy, say, this is what I'm here for. Come on, guys. This is what I'm here for.
That's what I'm here for.
Levi, let's go. Nachman, you got to get quicker with this. Actually, this is what I'm here for. You don't got to get quicker, Nachman. You just be you. You're great. You're amazing. Why am I losing my patience? What's going on with me? This is what I'm here for. Is that literally what I'm here for? I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for.
But if you're able to see it, that's infinite.